There we go. Okay. It was picking up my new headset's microphone this time, which it didn't do yesterday, which is weird. Hopefully that didn't change any settings. Let me just double check here. Here. No, looks all the same. Okay. Oh. What changed? Something in my headset just stopped hissing. I've got the pass-through sound turned on so I can hear myself speak, and sometimes fan noise comes through as a nasty hiss, and sometimes it's just a web page making noise. Whatever it was, it stopped. I remembered in the middle of playing that music that all the KSP music was by Kevin MacLeod, and I don't know which track corresponds to like what name of what song. Like, I don't know what the names of the songs are actually called. So it's space music. Today we'll play some Kerbal Space Program, just the vanilla career. It's been quite a while since I really gave it a proper go, and I know that you can do some really fun stuff once you get science on surfaces going. You land a lander on the moon, you get them running science constantly, and then suddenly you're able to unlock darn near everything. Just a second. I know it's making a hissing sound. Give me one moment. Oh, my fault. I left the water tap running just slightly. And that's not good for the environment. It's good to stay hydrated, but it's not good to leave the water running and do that sort of stuff. Got my big mug of water. No chocolate milk today, unfortunately. I wish. Okay, that's looking good. Let's bring that up. That's looking good. It's gonna want to close. Is that going to be windowed and ugly? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. I think I can leave things how they are once I get things set. So I'll do this, back into the game. There we go. Everything's hunky-dory. You see all my random settings, which, I mean, I don't really care much about. As long as the game works and I can understand what's happening in front of me, I'm pretty happy. Oh, I needed to change the actual game volume back up. This is a loud game, so I usually keep it at like 25% volume. So this is a game about you have a little space program, you try to explore space, you complete contracts for money and science, you do your own research and get bigger, better rockets, do more and more stuff. What are we gonna name this space program? Moon or bust? Busty guys. That's us. As for the flag, I could have imported a custom one if I had been thinking. But, we're just going to be a side project of a canning company, Sean's Cannery. They make tin cans, and it turns out if you make a tin can big enough, you can put people in it and send it to space. Alright. I don't want missing crews to respawn. I feel like that's silly. I don't want to auto-hire crew members. I want to do that manually. I like having to purchase the research But then I also like to buff up fund rewards to 1.5, and then turn down reputation rewards to like 80%. I don't know why I do this. I just feel like I get a little bit more money to help spend on the research, and I'm penalized by it by not getting as much reputation to turn into money in game. It's just a weird little headcanon balance I have. I don't think I want that. I think that means persist inventory loadout. And when they come back from a mission, they'll hold on to the shit they're carrying and take it with them on the next mission unless you manually change it. I want them to empty their pockets. I love having other launch sites. I feel like we have canneries across the planet, so it should be fine to have those enabled. I like re-entry heating, that's fine. Resource abundance, it's fine. I like the comm network, also fine. We're going to go into the advanced. I'm going to say require signal for control for probes because it makes sense. You can't control your probe if you have no signal to it. That said, I'm not going to have the atmosphere weaken comm links. I'm going to make it so that our technology has bypassed that, we'll say. Don't know what this shit means, gonna leave it the same. Extra ground stations is the same as extra launch sites, but this gives us extra satellites on the ground to control our probes and satellites and all that, instead of them just having to connect to the one side of the planet, losing control when they go around the other side of the planet. We thought about that ahead of time before opening our space program. That's what I'm gonna say. I like Kerbal's leveling up immediately. I'm going to save myself some headache, and I'm going to keep all those extra things disabled. Other than that, I'm going to call that our difficulty. Here we go. Let's get to it. Let's go earn some money. Let's go to space. Well, we're not going to space right away. That takes a couple quick launches. Alright, I've got it. I've played this game before. So first up, we got a few buildings here. We got a launch pad. We've got the tracking station where we can see all the stuff happening in space around us. This shows us the whole solar system. We're on the third planet from the sun. Oh, anybody know what that's like? This has 2 moons though. We got the moon, and then we got Minmus. And there's our 3 launch sites. Is that it? Just the 3? Whatever. That's that building. We've got our construction buildings, one for planes, one for rockets. We have mission control. We'll be going there and then there right away. Administration lets us exchange. We got 4 currencies, basically. We've got, well, no, that's not really how this works. 3 currencies. See this again? So this guy gives you money. You can exchange reputation or science for money. This guy gives you science. Okay, these are like one-time effect purchases. The only thing I ever do here is exchange this one. Unpaid research. I take reputation, and then my reputation gains get me more science. Oh, I remember these ones. Okay, these are like miscellaneous upgrades. Right. So yeah, you got funds, reputation, science. That's kind of what these are about. And then you got this guy that gives you a whole lot of various stuff, but it costs. Huh. we might actually get into that. Every time I try to play career mode on this, I only go a little ways. We got all our astronauts and then all the ones that we could hire, but they're damn expensive, so we're going to stick with our squad we've got. Here's where we buy our research. We don't have any research points, so we can't do anything there, but it's pretty expensive. If I get bored of vanilla, we'll mod it, and that gets to be a little bigger. I'm pretty sure a good modded career run would be a fantastic way to experience this game, since they never made a sequel. Anyways, that's basically all the buildings. There's also the flagpole. You can change your flag. I think it's still set to the one that we put on. It didn't change, did it? That looks like Sean's cannery. Alright, so these symbols, the Kerbal World First Record Keeping Societies. That's like the world records books. These ones are kind of preset. Depending on the stuff you've done, the one of these you'll have is pretty much always going to be the same at that state. There are other random ones that show up, but first we have to deal with a couple of these simple ones. Launch our first vessel and gather scientific data. We can gather scientific data from the launch pad because we haven't even just tested the air around us, apparently. This is where we build our rockets. So all we need to do is just make a rocket that launches, quote unquote. I don't even think you have to launch it. We're going to make it do a tiny hop. So that means the thrust is going to be like 20. And we're only going to put in 10 fuel. Not even 10, maybe even like 5. And it's just going to go... I just like the white one, but that means we need to stop. We need to turn that one way. There. Shroud. There's no shroud. What are you talking about? What shroud? I think that's something else. I think that's when you have it connected underneath you. They test that. Yeah, that's the shroud, when there's something connected underneath it. For our first silly little flight, that should do it. Classic Jebediah Kerman's gonna be the one to do the hop. Watch the thing explode and we have to revert on my first flight because I forget the fuel amounts and how much that actually means. So we can... There's a lot of shit to do in this right-click menu, but one of the most important ones is crew report. That gets us a bunch of science. Keep experiment. Boom. We've got our science that we need to recover. We're going to get him out of here. He's going to do a report from outside and then put that data in there. And maybe just for now we'll do that. We could walk off the launch pad, get data from just the grass. Every building is its own biome. So you get launch data from grassland, and then you get launch data from mountain and forest, whatever. But each of these buildings is also, you get, did I say launch data? Not launch data, just like, you get research data from doing reports in those different places, but each of the different building counts as a different place too. So you gotta eventually do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 or 10 different little research crew reports in here, and it's a process of getting out, doing the research, putting it in, and it's fun to make a little car to do that. But I like to do that once I have more research objects. You can get thermometers, atmospheric readers, stuff like that that you can also run to get more science, and I like to get a handful of those before I do the old run around the whole launch center and get all the science from it. Anyways, 39 meters a second. That sounds like a lot. I think we might have killed this guy. Let's we can't adjust this. Should we try it? That's too much. He's dead. Oh no. Just explode the bottom. Just explode the bottom. Just explode the bottom. It didn't explode. Oh my goodness. We're the best cannery in the world. This is a great start. Okay, let's, so over here is a recover vessel button. There's little buttons that pop out. Like, how are you supposed to know that's there if you don't know that's there? Like, that I can understand. Like, oh, okay, yeah, there's a little panel there. I hovered over it and it opened a thing. Those do their own thing. That, like, I can see you go to click the Met button and it pops up. Time mode is, universal or based on the mission time. Let's do that one. That's fun. And what else? Warp to sunrise. Oh yeah, all the warp stuff. So you can control your time warp from there. That's not usually how I do it though. I think I'm gonna have to remember all the controls for this. Anyways, we're gonna recover this vessel. We got science on it. We did our first little jump hop without breaking anything amazingly. 5 fuel did that on 10 thrust. Okay. Okay, so I should have been like 10 thrust, 1 fuel. That would have been just a little... I won't remember that. I won't need to remember that, and I won't remember that, but such is life. Okay, so this shows us we got a whole bunch of things. We got... we did an EVA test at home. That got us money. We got launched our first vessel money. Broke a speed record. That got us money, reputation, science. First crew recovery. Good. I mean, the better than starting manned is a career mod I've tried before, where you have to start with unmanned sounding rocket launches and stuff like that. I think Scott Manley is the one that made a video on it, and I wound up playing it. And God knows how long ago Scott Manley was playing Kerbal Space Program videos, right? At this point. And I did an experiment at home, yeah. So that's a whole lot of firsts. We did our contract parameter, launching our first vessel, got paid for that. We did our... That's the same thing. Oh, you get a different notification for each contract and each parameter. So these are the objectives, and sometimes there can be like 5 of them. Each objective gets you a reward for completion, and then the whole contract gets your reward. The advance they pay you when you accept the contract, but if you cancel the contract after you've accepted it, you get punished reputation wise fairly harshly, from what I remember. These focused observational surveys suck. You got to go to a specific spot on the map, and you need to do science there. So this is telling us where the contracts we have available to us are telling us about. So this is surprise. I'd have to make like an airplane or something, go all the way over there, and it shows you the heights even too, which is nice. I'd have to really aim a rocket well or build an airplane to go to these spots. And if you have a good airplane that can go to these places, do research, come back, no problem, good. But otherwise you can't. These ones are really good. The test something at the launch site. You spawn what you need. So that one told me we needed the particular booster. We go here. We get rid of this piece. That was the piece we needed. We press launch. Notice how I didn't even look at the fuel or anything? We don't need to look at the fuel. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. For these, you do. I'm dumb. Revert to vehicle assembly. Some pieces, you right-click, run test, and it just runs a test, and it doesn't do anything. Engines, solid rocket, that whole thing, they run when you run the test. I forgot about that. Let's try that again. So we've emptied it, and then we're going to right-click run test. Yeah, so contract complete. You can recover this vessel. These are solid rocket boosters, which means the fuel in them is like a solid hunk of explosive burning shit. Once it starts, you can't stop it. It's going. So there's no way to adjust how much is coming out. There's no way to adjust, like, stopping, starting. It just goes. The other rocket thrusters that use more normal fuel I could turn off their thrust, run the test on them, then just they're fine. But with that particular scenario, I gone and made a fool of myself because I thought I didn't have to mess with the fuel, and I totally 100% did. I don't like the rails. That's probably a graphical setting I've got going on. Anyways, next mission. We've got some science. We might have to spend some of that soon. Testing an engine splashdown. Pretty easy. Haul a parachute into flight. Maybe. Let's try that. Here's what we're gonna try. So we got 2 contracts picked up. Oh, let's accept our completed contract. Good. 2 contracts. We gotta test a liquid fuel engine once we're in the water. So our plan is to land in the water. But we also need to take this solid fuel booster. We don't own this one yet. They're going to let us borrow it for the contract. You'll see when we go into here, there is a new experimental hammer fuel booster. So that means, yeah, both of these say experimental because we've got access to them for the purposes of the contract. We don't have any sort of decoupler yet that can separate these. Piss off, I was trying to set your thrust, not make you go. 20. So, we got all this going on, and when it comes to where we put this, we'll probably stick it in here. So we have it, it's part of the rocket. Now, landing. We're gonna want one on each of these, and it's gonna floop, and we're gonna land fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fine. Angry Orange Engineer report. Too many parts? Too heavy? No, nothing's too heavy. Nothing's too many parts. Oh no, you're right. Shit. I know what you're talking about. It's too heavy. Okay, so we split this into 3. Thank you, chat. I'm a fool, you're not. Now I worry this isn't going to make it into a suborbital launch. We'll only know when we try. We have revert flight. We're playing like casual losers. We're not... No permanence here. Oh, it's going to tip over. We don't even have, like, SAS. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? Yeah, okay. Because there's not as many, we don't have as much thrust, which means, should be good. Escape atmosphere contract? I mean, yeah, I'm just, you know. Yeah. If I can just land this thing in the water, I can get the other contract and go from there. It's probably not enough, isn't it? It's been a while. Well, so far, may have tipped it a little too far. We'll see. I think at this, you know, the landing is going to be the tricky part at this speed, I think. it won't even tell me what my Apple apps is and stuff because I okay, we gotta turn more, start going sideways, kill some of the speed. Wait, does that mean we made it? Did we do it? Oh, I'm only at 18,000. Purple button, bottom left for Apple and Perry's. Well, I'm nowhere near where I need to be. We'll land in the water. I've got a guide helping me because it's been at least a year or 3 since I played KSP on my PC. Dive, dive, dive! I bet you we can do a crew report here, get some science. We'll unlock a bunch of stuff, and then we'll get into orbit before we even do anything else. Speed up time a little bit just while we do this. We are going really fast. Whee! Oh, my parachutes say they're happy. I'm not going too fast. You waggle and wiggle, you get more air resistance, more survivability. Yeah, we're getting pretty thick into the atmosphere. Should probably slow ourselves down as much as we can. Turn off the... Can we wiggle ourselves into upright position before we land in the water? No. Looks like we're stuck in air mode. We're in Ralph Wiggum mode. Faster. But remember to stop the speed before you hit the water. The physics don't like fast water landings. Oh, are we out of power? I can't tip it if we're out of power. This guy's upside down watching the ocean approach. He's like, Spaloosh. Now, I guess, can we do another crew report? Is that allowed? No, we shouldn't. We'll be in the water again sometime. I had to test this thing while splashdown, right? Yes, I did. Glad I remembered. Yeah, we'll, altitude record, speed record, land distance record, altitude record, speed record, altitude record, land distance, altitude, land distance. We have splashed into the ocean. Pretty good. Pretty good time. Kind of limited on what we can buy for our first few sciences anyways. It's not like I should be saving it up and anything like that. We're kind of trapped getting, we got lots of money right now. We are money happy. Survivability, stability, or general rocketry. Well, what did we get? We got a crappy little fuel tank, swivel engine. Yeah, we'll get general rocketry for our first one here out of these 3. Okay. I was worried if I took Jeb out of the capsule when he was underwater like that, he'd have Spurg out and make me sad in the end. So I figured I know about the trick where you can pull the stuff out, put it back in. I was just worried with him into the flipping water like that. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier how you do the loop around the whole KSP center to get all of the biome data from each building, and the best thing to do is like build a little car where the guy can hop out, grab everything, put it in, get in, drive to the next one. It's quite the quite the fun time to do that once you get a few like thermometer and more stuff like the thermometer and stuff. So we still need to do the suborbital, and then I guess escape the atmosphere goes along with that, doesn't it? Yeah, sorry, I don't have escape the atmosphere, but I had one that's effectively the same thing. You should have been fine? Ah, okay, yeah, see, I erred on the side of caution for that one. I don't know if we'll need the full swivel since we'll kind of be up there once that's gone where it needs to be. I should put a decoupler there so that these guys can... decouplers are that. Okay. So we're gonna set it up so we've got our main little capsule, which does detach from everything else. We've got a little smaller rocket that detaches from our big ol' super boost rocket here. Oh, we're gonna be too heavy though if I go much further. I might have to spend money on upgrading the buildings. Let's quickly fit together something basic, and I'm gonna have to remember where all this stuff is in the menu because I'm making a fool of myself clicking through 6 times like that. Oh no, I've done gone and goofed my whole view. What happened? I'm not used to the camera. Okay. Got lots of room for parts. We're fine for size. We're doing okay for mass. It'd be nice to throw on a handful more boosters just to help this thing. Yeah, kind of thought so. We can probably see what this does. This we can hop down to probably 50. Somehow, why is 55 jumping out at me as a magic number for that? Should we do little wingies? Just for cutesiness? No. Though, cutesiness. Yeah. Bear rocket. Wait and wait. There we go. Not phallic in the slightest. Okay. Boost, detach. Do I seriously have 2 detachers on here? Oh my god, I do. Doubled up. Boost, detach, we do not want to do that at the same time as that. That will make everybody sad if our parachute comes out when we don't want it to. There we go, that's the $7,000 tin can, ready to go. I think I was right on the money with that 55% launch thrust on this big ol' rocket, I think. Oh, look at the min. Can we twist just slightly? Beautiful. It's so picturesque. Jeb loves it. What's a, Not food. Food. Air. Toothbrushes and laundry. Of course. That's what you need in space. Oh god. C, not escape. And then you got this cool ass view. I don't remember when they added this. Oh god, how do I... Oh no! I pressed space too many times. I didn't have any throttle on that thing. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll do it better this time. I was too busy looking at this nifty view where it like cuts away at the wall and you can see what I was looking at, but from the outside. It's neat. I like it. And it cost me a launch. It did. There's no consequences in the Cannery Space Program. Not when I'm in charge. I guess I could have, like... No, I couldn't have looked up and zoomed. 3D games with camera controls, I tell you. Never should have moved away from 4C buttons. Oh god, I can't even say that with a straight face. I hated the camera on the N64 on 90% of the games on it. Oh shit, I'm not being sassy. SAS is the, like, automatic stability system. Either your pilot or... I just gestured at the pilot, like you can see me pointing my screen. The pilot or some automatic control system can help keep the rocket stable. That's what this little button is for. There's also other buttons that unlock once you get better computers or better pilots. And they will, for fuck's sake, Barry, what am I doing wrong here? I've got this set up wrong, don't I? Yeah, I'm detaching it at the same time I'm activating it. I want this and this to be connected. Oh my god, I bet you everybody watching, all of you, the horde of people watching right now are so upset with me. How can he do this? How can she slap? Okay. Now, check your staging. Check your staging. Not just like, yeah, throw together the staging and assume it's good. You gotta check your staging. Stay hydrated. Be moist. Alright. We gone now. Ooh, how's that look for you? Yummy. Yummy rocket thrust. Bet you the bitrate loves that. I love the sense of scale. It's incredible. I find myself going back to this game just because of the sense of scale it gives you, the size of everything, and the fact that you're wrestling that entire sense of scale the whole time and making it your bitch, basically. We're going fast. I probably shouldn't be going this fast. I think we're gonna make it. Ping! Sayonara! Music kicked in. That means we should... Oh, we can't EVA in space yet. So we got a couple science experiments here. We got mystery goo and a thermometer. Once we hit our 179k apoaps, we got a ways yet before we hit that. We'll do the other ones. I think we might come in a little too hot, though. Can't remember what the thresholds are. There's a certain point where you're in high space and low space. Space near Kerbal still, so probably just get those as a repeat of what I've already got on the other ones. But now we need to flippy so we're facing this way. Oh, stop. We want to go ass to the atmosphere so that we're hitting it with this part and it's going whoosh. Let's speed things up and see how this goes. Once we hit the atmosphere, this whole thing will tilt. Yeah. And we'll stop it from tilting much further so it doesn't wobble back and forth like crazy and lose stability. Oh, if we set it to a surface, yeah, this is telling you your orbital speed and this is telling you your surface speed. Because the planet is rotating, if you're going around it the same direction it's rotating, you're going faster compared to the surface than you would be if you're going around it backwards. So there's two settings, your speed compared to the surface and your speed in orbit. Oh, we're heating up, but I think we're gonna be okay. They're cooling down. I think we're gonna be okay. Yeah, look, we're slowing right down. This shows you how much atmosphere there is. There's space, a little bit of atmosphere, some atmosphere, and full your normal breathing atmosphere. You're not on the top of a mountain kind of thing. And just like that, we're cruising. We're still slowing down as we still get into the thicker atmosphere, but still pretty quick. Oh, I'm getting that nasty hiss in my headphones again. Come on, headphones. There we go, it stopped. Okay, we're going slow. That means we can speed up time until we... You can also change your height from sea level to the ground below you. Right now they're the same because I'm above the sea. A lot of nifty little things for when you actually need them. Again, it's a shame they never made a sequel to this game. This one's getting pretty old. So, yeah, as chat was saying there, you can take the data out and then put it back in, and that just counts as, like, taking it out of the capsule and putting it in storage, essentially. And storage can have copies of different, of the same stuff. You can have multiple crew reports, multiple EVA reports, but you can't have them in your pockets in multiple copies, and you can't have them in the hatch in multiple copies, but you can have, like, infinite of them in whatever storage compartment is on here. It makes for, interesting... Yeah, right? I'm hoping the cat game will be alright. Golly, look at all the science we got. So yeah, the first mystery goo got us the full 10 science. The next one got us like a quarter of that, just because it was a repeat of the same one. The second temperature scan didn't give us dick all. It was wasted effort. And we have a lot of money. We will need to upgrade our vehicle assembly building. That increases the amount of parts we're allowed. But lots of parts isn't any good if you can't put them on the launch pad. So you need to upgrade that to allow taller, wider, and heavier vessels. Still leaves us with quite a bit of money. We will also upgrade mission control so we can have more contracts. Tracking station's too expensive, but that will likely be our next one, because that lets us do more stuff with our map view that we can't do right now. Lots of stuff. We have reached space, he says, just casually. Same way he said we went faster than we did last time. What's it like up there? We hope it's fun because you're coming back very soon. That's a little presumptuous. You could get that contract building something that stays up there, but I do find that funny. A lot of these are kind of crappy. I feel like if you decline these, it'll slowly stop giving you as many of that type. Test at the launch site and test splashdown. And that'll get us about 35 grand. And a teensy tiny bit of science. Maybe quickly hatch that one out. We have enough science, though, to get something else. We can do more decoupling and passengers and stuff. Get way more types of rocket engine. Starshot. What the hell is this? A firework launcher. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. For fun. Or start working on... Let's see, we've got radial decouplers and experimental aviation flight. We should head towards science, actually. So heat shields would be good. This has some science in it. Different parachutes. That's what we want. Now we can't afford any of that shit. Should we get the nose cone? Winglet, radial, might as well. That leaves us with 18 science, so we need another 27. I can do math. 75 grand, those two. Oh. I didn't have the hammer with me when I hit that height. I ditched it. Which one's the hammer? I didn't have it at all, did I? Oops. I was all excited that I completed that one, but I didn't even try, apparently. Okay, what are we doing here now? Something simple. Test the Terrier at the launch site, which is what? The little guy. And something splashed down. So with a baby rocket like this, splash down. Radial decoupler. See, that's easy. It's just two. Okay, zoom in with the shift button. You silly buffoon. Put a pair of these on here. Wow, is it all on the walk? I'm looking at the middle. The spaceship just isn't in the middle. That's the problem. Yeah. Oh God, what have I done? What button did I press to make those not the way they're supposed to be by default? That should be it. I'll keep my sciencey things on there just so we can do those at the launch site this time and in the water. Oh, I bet you I could have grabbed the temperature from the thermometer while we were splashed down last time. Oh, whatever. We'll do it now. So we'll just observe that. Keep. Log that. Keep. Don't need much throttle. Don't want these decoupling. Let's put them there. And we literally do not want that one on here at all. Let's put that up there. Okay, yeah. Let's just do that. And we just need to do a little hop over that way and then parachute. Oh no! It's okay, we can. Oh my god, what's going on? Alright, alright. I think we might have to revert our flight. It tipped right over. I was pressing buttons and I tipped it. Okay. You and you. There. Oh, for Christ's sake. I didn't have my my throttle on. Zed. What are you doing? Don't tip over again. Stay standing. Okay. Max boost. Oh, is this not heavy enough to get me going here? I mean, not strong enough, rather. Guess not. Okay. I didn't change the... No, it's just a weak little baby rocket meant for space. I guess then... Oh. What do we have to do? We have to test... Okay, so we... Set this one to 0. Put a little... like that. Now we'll have what we need. We'll run the test by just activating it at 0 thrust. And then there. I could deactivate all of the parachutes from showing up in my little launch thing. But as long as I... Oh my good giddy aunt, what the fuck was that? Why'd you pop out of the ground like that, you fucking weirdo? I pressed Z to max out my speed, but it didn't work. One more try. Okay, come on. Z and then space. That's all we gotta do. Z, space. Yeah! Let's go. We made it. Now, reverse thrust. Reverse thrust. Didn't work. No reverse thrust. Wee woo wee woo wee woo wee. Yeah, we did it. We flipped. Wasn't necessary, but I wanted it to happen. Speed up time. We don't need to watch ourselves go 150 meters. Oh my god. I can't run the test on it now because it broke. Or wait, can I like... No nearby controllable objects. Damn it. Alright. Oh, we didn't observe our goo this time. I did it the first time, then we reverted like 4 times after that. already got that one. I'm going to be doing a lot of these over and over again. I can feel it. Too heavy. Still got decent amount of money for that. Recover this debris that we left in the ocean that was floating next to us. I completed one contract, that's something. Soon, once we got a decent amount of reputation banked up, I'll start spending reputation on science, and that'll help us. You can right-click on it and run test if you don't stage it. And that was my plan until I detached it from my whole thing by completely water kabooshing it. And I don't think running the test on it activates the decoupling if it's coupled. I could be wrong. I am often wrong. But I believe that's the case. Where would you like to go? Suborbital VIP. Do we have passenger parts, or would I have to use another capsule for that? I'd have to use another capsule for that. Which, I mean, I'm not totally against. I think we'll do this. I don't want your focused observational ones. 2 suborbital friends. I think we can do that. So what we do is we stack buddies like this. We get more parachutes attached to this beast because clearly we did not have enough. Of course, this one is not going to have all those engines attached like the last one did. You to be the white with the gray stripe. So you look similar, but you know it's the passenger compartment. Very important to me. If we land in the ocean, I'll have a couple of these on here. Throw that like so. And then I think we'll just play it simple. We'll have this one here. And I don't know, 3 attached to the side. Which we will have to lower significantly. Shit, those really didn't attach to the... Is that it? Yeah, that's more like it. Okay, now we need to move all this shit down. You can hold shift to... There's some way to finally adjust it. I think that's pretty close. They don't really need to be on the same plane. And we don't have... No, we don't have any sort of structural lines. So my plan is to have this middle one be as 33% thrust And these ones be 55% thrust. Now we can take all these friends. I remembered to do this, I usually don't. Tourist gets this suit in this ugly copper color. Sorry, tourist. Sucks to be you. Jeb, we're gonna change your outfit. I think Jeb should have blue glowing suit with green lights, and he can look like one of the aliens from Banjo-Tooie. Bada bing. Alright, we need to check our staging. We need to put this up here. We need that to attach and activate that at the same time, that to detach later, and then those. I hesitate to say it, but I think we got what we need. We don't have the hammer thing, but should we? Should we have the hammer? Should we have the hammer? Should we have the hammer? Should we have an empty hammer right up here? Why can't I? Spaceman mode, that's why. Whoa, 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 that's what I did last time. I pressed WASD while I had the part selected. Let's put this hammer here. We will turn off its thrust and empty it. And we will set it to be orange striped so we know that it's useless. Anything with an orange stripe on it is useless except for these. Ignore those. Yeah, now, how did that fuck up our staging in every way possible? I think we drag you up here with that stuff. We don't even need you to stage, really. And we have to test the decoupler while splashdown. Okay, as long as we remember while we're splashdown to just hold our horses and do that, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Away we go. I'll go first. I keep telling you there's water in there, but it could be anything. You have no idea. It could be cat piss. Everybody's looking happy. I love that button. I can't remember when they added it. Sometime around like the Breaking Ground expansion, I think. But I adore it. This thing looks so off kilter the way I put the boosters on the bottom. I usually line it up for this view, but it's lined up for not this view. We just need to do a suborbital space flight, preferably up to 160 thou. Those rocket boosters wobbled like you wouldn't believe. Holy crap. So I put the middle thruster to have less percentage than the outside ones, so the outside ones burn themselves out quicker, and then I can detach them, and the middle one can keep going for a while because it still has fuel, because it burnt up less fuel than the other ones. Once we get the ability to transfer fuel from one rocket to another, we can detach them in pairs rather than a whole like onion layer. Because if you detach from one side only, your weight is suddenly going to be way off, and you don't want that. Your weight's going to be off before then anyway, because you're not going to detach until it's empty, and if only one side empties out before the other, you're definitely going to be lopsided. You don't want that at all. That's bad news for all the bears. I never use that button, like, ever. And here we are, learning all sorts of things. Those very nearly tipped in and demolished my existing thruster. I love the aerodynamics in that game. Look at the way they branched away from each other because they tipped away. And now this feels so dinky. But that's what it's like. You get past the atmosphere and you don't need to fight against it. You can use a dinky little thrust and you're going. You're schmoving. I'm going to put my throttle for my next thruster, the one that's adjustable, to about 1/3. Keep me going, but it won't launch me super duper far, super duper fast. We're just going to try and dip over that 160k kilometer stage. And, or I guess 160 kilometers. Not 160k kilometers. Yeah, we'll dip right past that 160k kilometer stage. We will then come straight back down, essentially, but use the rest of our rocket fuel to slow our descent so that we can do the straight up and down drop without plummeting straight down at an incredible rate of speed. Actually, honestly, maybe the best thing to do would be to use our rocket fuel near the top of our jump so that we are falling sideways instead of straight down. We could go into orbit at this point, probably. We will go straight sideways. Give ourselves some fighting chance, slowing down in the atmosphere before we land. And this way, better chance of landing on water too, instead of just plummeting right back down onto not Africa that the KSP is located on. Come on, vamonos. Everybody, let's go. We're heading into space now. And then we'll fall from grace now. Once I get focused on science and not just completing random contracts for money, the science will really be rolling in. It'll be a lot easier once we have experiments we can do constantly in orbit. Then you just get fed science. And I don't think I might, but I don't want to do the whole scoot around the KSP on a little car and get the science tour on stream. That might be something I do on my own time. Oh, we made it. Let's go. I don't know if that was the play. I feel like all I did was just give myself a whole bunch of extra speed. We need to ditch this cargo. Boing. And if we're lucky, we get to watch it fall into the atmosphere and burn up now. I'm going way too fast, I think. Should have stuck with my initial plan. Oh my god, we're flipping. Oh no. We're flipping and it's hot. Slow down. Slow down while you flip. Slow down while you flip. Come on, boys. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Slow down. Slow down. You're fine. Come on. No! Should have stuck with my initial plan to just go straight up and use the rocket to slow myself down. I'm gonna do that this time. Yeah, I don't know. I just gave myself a whole bunch of speed, albeit lateral speed, but I don't think that was the play. I think I should have waited till I was just above the atmosphere and then just cranked on the rocket engines there and slowed myself right down. Shouldas, couldas, and on top of that, wouldas. Every time. I love how content that the passengers usually are most of the time. Oh, no, they're straight up happy there now. Yeah. I do wish their little readout thing was a little higher FPS, but they are just like rendering essentially the game world all over again in there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, don't hit me on your way down, thanks. Slightly different than last time. There goes the 2 nose caps, and there goes the last surviving one. This game is really, really great to just throw shit together and make it smash and explode and have the stuff fly off in different directions in the atmosphere. Building a lot of wings and getting them up high and getting them moving fast and having them detached from each other somehow can be quite the spectacle. I do enjoy the game for being an actual simulation game where, you know, you gotta worry about your money and your reputation and all that. But it started out as a pissing around thing, and it excels at that. I absolutely love the creative mode kind of stuff you can get up to. There needs to be some sort of like handful of tracks for when you're launching. I understand that it's usually a fairly short sequence and it's something you end up kind of doing not as much of, but when you're launching from surface to space, I feel there should be some sort of triumphant music or something when you're going. I don't know. Five and 6, and back down. I guess we can do a quick EVA report. Or not EVA now, crew report's nothing. Mystery Goose just gonna be the 5, half a science, whatever. Better than nothing. Again, we'll focus on science soon, at some point. I guess I can speed this up. Don't need to be sitting here watching this in real time. There we go. Okay, now we blast. Get a little rotation, so there's some momentum to get that thing the hell away from us. Set this to surface so we know where that is. And wait for the atmosphere to catch us. We're going about half as fast as we were last time we hit this point, so... Oh, really? You want to play Fall Down Go Boom game, do you? Well, then I will fucking turn on SAS and have the pilot stop that from happening. Jesus Christ. Not again. Do I need to attach a drogue chute to this thing to make this not happen? Come on, boys. Slow her down enough so we can hit the frickin'... Come on. We're safe, we're safe, we're safe. Open up, open up, open up, open up, open up, open up. Oh my, that was white knuckle. Holy crow. Gentle flippy. Didn't land on water though, so we're not completing the one contract. It's a shame, because I think this is half the reason we were so goddamn flippy in the air. And touchdown. Okay, let's gently. It was so not gentle. It was like a suplex of itself. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll observe the mystery goo, get our grasslands data. Same for the temperature. Probably get 0 from this other one. We will do a crew report from here. Keep that. Get out. Excuse me again. Do an EVA report like that. Get back in and call that a launch successful. Groovy. This 45 science. I think that's what we needed for one more science, was 45 each. Yeah, because I remember I did math. 27 plus 18. Just got all our shit back and got our people back. Ready for next assignment. Yeah, like, get the fuck out. Thanks for paying. Good, 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 good. 163 grand. Radar station needed 150. I don't want to do that quite yet then. Still got the splashdown one. A lot of ferrying tourists. Suborbital, 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 suborbital. That's easy money if we can get passenger stuff. Construction gets us the crew cabin. That can hold 2 people, 2 of them. Hell yeah. Tourists. Tourists. Now. Get rid of the... Do we though? Maybe we put these... Block ourselves from being able to get out. Yeah, let's do that just once. These at the very tippy top. Detach. 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 Don't forget the coupler though. That's important. And then we have pods, cargo, utility. No, don't forget the detacher. 2 here, 2 here, and we're putting drogue chutes on this time. So, drogue chute there. We want our stupid... Fuck, I fucked that up. We want our stupid non-functional couplers at a end stage we just hopefully won't end up using. Main. Where's this parachute? That should be there too. There. All 5 of those parachutes after the drogue. This decoupler goes with this buddy. They're the same. They should be paired. I don't know why they got de-paired like that. all those, and then detach the outside ones, and then decouple and activate that. We don't need that hammer anymore. That is complicating things. Okay. First stage is just our solids. We detach the outer ones when they're flipping empty. That one turns on after it is revealed. Then later we can detach everything, slow down, parachute, maybe those. Weird, but I like it also. That should be it, right? We're just taking people up and back. And if we land in water, we do the radials. We just gotta load up the passengers. I'm not gonna change their clothes this time. That's too many people to worry about. They can piss off and wear what they want. Wear a sweatshirt into space. Alright, that should get us those. And then I feel like after that, we can lean a little more into getting science. Get that go into orbit contract. After upgrading our radar station, perhaps. I've done these first steps of the career mode like a bazillion times. It's kind of it's like a tradition almost. Every couple of years. Oh, Sherry, you tipping a lot to the left here. Woohoo! Go that way, towards the water a bit. Thank you. Wow. We're getting the speed lines when we hit this part of the atmosphere. We're going a little quicker than we should be at this point. You're supposed to kind of... There's a couple ways to do it. You can just like punch through with max speed for a little bit, or you can kind of slow roll your way out of the atmosphere and then work from there. I guess you can always set up a... I love it. And away they go. Like 2 frisbees and a javelin. I liked the idea of setting up a big orbiting refueling station. Having a setup design where you can transport an ass ton of fuel up to it, and then all your ships can just use a bunch of fuel getting off the atmosphere, getting into orbit, and they can refuel and be on their way. There's our how high up we're going. Oh, they're happy. That's right. We didn't need to go up to 160 anymore. We just need to go up to 70. Should we spin around and stop? Trying to, like, get some sideways motion going here and maximize the old survivability. This thing doesn't have a heat shield on it. I just realized that might not work out so well. We're headed towards the water, though. That's good. We got the drogue chutes, which should help with the old needing to slow down. Yesterday's stream, I mentioned Super Mario Bros. 2 on the Game Boy Advance because there was the boss shooting bombs at me in UFO 50, and I said that Mouser had some like introductory line, but I looked up a video and he didn't. He had a death line, and I kind of left it at that yesterday. But today I was for some reason thinking about it, and this isn't going very well. Oh no. Yes, God bless drogue shoots. Today I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm sure that Mouser had a voice line, so I looked up a bunch of Mario 2 bosses, and somebody was just gameplay of all of them, and Birdo's got like, this is as far as you go, and I've got you this time, stuff like that, and I knew the fire guy had his, I'm too hot to touch, or whatever the hell it is. And they did the video and they showed no Mouser intro line. But then I don't know why I clicked it, but there was just straight up like high quality SMB2 boss voice lines. Just high quality, all of them, no gameplay, just the voices. And in there, Mouser had a, like, get a taste of my bombs. And I remember that. I'm sure I've heard that. So it's not like it was an unused voice line, I don't think. There must be a way to get him to say it if you enter his boss arena quick enough or something. Or there's a boss rush at some point. I have no idea, but he said, get a taste of my bombs. And then you beat him and he goes, why? So that's my story about me looking at stuff on YouTube thinking that I'm losing my mind when I'm actually not. 4.3 meters a second. I shouldn't lose any parts hitting the water at that speed. That's pretty much safe speed. I would really, really like to be a little more sideways and a little less. That should work. We can hold this position. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sploosh. Oh, I'm on max warp speed. I'm lucky I survived that. Run test. Oh. I thought there was a run test button. Oh my god, you do need to stage it. Chat, you were right. I was wrong, just like I thought I was. I could have sworn almost every testable part for the contracts had a right-click run test option, but I have to actually stage it. I like the floating chunks now that that's fallen off. Any reason for mystery goo? Might as well. Any reason for temperature? No. Crew report? No. Eva report? No. In it to win it. Oh, dang. We got decent money now. Tracking station. You're getting upgraded. Completed a whole lot of stuff. Yep, everybody's happy. We're getting the reputation up fairly quickly now. I don't like these ones. Stop giving them to me. Test at the launch site for a free science. Test at the launch site for a free science. 3 suborbital space flights. And another one. Can I not just use this same... We're gonna do the same thing again quickly here. But we're gonna attach on some extras to test at the launch site. So, test the radial decoupler at the launch site. Hey, I have one of those up here. All we need to do is make that our first thing instead of our last thing. Done. Test the flea solid fuel booster at the launch site. Well, see what we're gonna do about that. We're gonna put it here. No, we need a decoupler first. We're gonna give it, this is 0 solid fuel, 0 that. It's gonna test. That's gonna go. And as long as we don't fall over, which we will, unless we have one of these thrown on. That'll hold our rocket up. Like that. Right like that. It's perfect. There's no way it won't work. We just need to do all this stuff in the one stage. It'll work. Now we need our friends. Tourist. And we could probably throw these on this so they're not weighing us down. I like it. So now it's going to let go of that big launch platform, activate all my thrusters, detach this thingy after activating and that. It's just, everything's going to happen at once here. And even better, there were explosions while it happened. You gotta be careful with that though. You can explode your buildings. You have to pay to fix them. And you don't want that to happen. It's expensive sometimes, I think. Look at this go. And we did not need to go very high up at all. We needed to go to the 70K. Not 160K, which is over double. That is not what we need. Coming up to detach these three, and we get to watch them careen off into all different directions. I love it. Oh. We don't need to go any higher up. We don't need to go any higher up. We don't need to go any higher up. So long. All right. Let's turn our ourselves and slow this puppy down. SpaceX this shit. Probably not. That's not gonna happen. We are gonna land in the mountains. That should be new data. And potentially a rocket rolling 800 freaking meters down a steep slope. But I guess we'll see. Am I gonna SpaceX this shit? Oh, that's a fucked up mountain. Oh, I don't want anything to do with that. Oh no. Oh no. This could be very bad. This is one of the most jagged frickin' mountains I've ever seen in this game, and I am rolling up on it right now. Oh man, flip over, please. Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be really, really, really bad. This might be a redo on this whole mission. Oh my goodness. I should have, like, used the rocket's fuel to get me out of this situation, but I was not thinking. Oh my goodness. Look at that, the texture's even stretched. We're so jagged here. I can't even see. Turn on the frickin' lights. Hello? Oh my gosh. This is like a sheer vertical cliff. I'm gonna touch it and I'm gonna roll and explode instantly. This is insane. Keep the parachutes going. Don't drop them. Oh my god, the parachutes are still going, thank god. Okay. Okay. We might be alright. If the parachutes stay on while we drag down this cliff, we might be okay. Quick, do reports. Five meters per second is not a safe speed to be dragging along the ground at. You're good. You're good. You're good. I'm gonna buff out those scratches. Where are we going? Oh no. I'm just watching this whole fiasco play out despite this ending and tragedy guaranteed. Do we dare use a bit of... Oh no. We just lost a parachute. We just lost a parachute. That increased our speed. That's not good. Come on, physics warp, don't explode me. Jeb, bail out. Just base jump. The passengers can fend for themselves. They need the weight reduced. Oh no, we bumped. I saw a bump. I can't be having bumps happen in Fizz Warp. This mountain's huge. Why can't we put a space center at the top of the mountain? It would save us so much fuel. No. I'm glad we're slowing down, but I'm real upset that we're potentially going to lose our parachutes. It'll think we landed. Okay, more Fizz Warp. It'll be fine. Oh my gosh. The bumping, the rattling. It's terrifying. Oh, it's happening more. No. Oh, holy shit. Oh, I wonder if I could have clicked recover vessel at any earlier time. Oh my god, I didn't think I'd be able to recover while I was actively having reaction wheels keep us stopped. Damn, we made decent money on that. That's all the debris we shit out for those contracts. Holy contract parameters. Very good, very good. Yeah, we're getting the reputation now. Well, I think it's time we go to orbit. I think that's just, that's what we should do. Test the Thud engine in orbit. Why not? Test a decoupler at the launch site for a free 10 grand. Yeah. Okay. We'll have to make this rocket all new. This monstrosity is no good. Okay. We will need the same parachute. We'll need to TD12 decoupler, and maybe, just in case, throw the drogue chutes on as well. We'll want science. We've got the new pressure barometer. It's probably the only thing that will be interesting going to orbit. Gravy. Now we do our little part that we'll be doing while we're actually in space. I think I'm gonna go... Oh, we don't have the Babby one. Oh, we needed the thuds, though, while in orbit. So let's... maybe further down, something like that. Test the thuds while we're already in orbit. So maybe what we should do then is have these attached just up here out of the way, and I'll make sure they're definitely not attached to the decoupler. And then I think just a normal. We'll set these thrust limits to 0 so they're not doing things. We don't want them gimbling around. There we go. So we gotta test those side thrusters, which means we can't use them before the testing time. So we need to use this one to get to orbit. Now, we're going to do the same configuration as before, but since we're later, I'm going to tune down... Oh, let's line this up so it doesn't look wonky. I'm going to tune down the engine's thrust. Is that on there right? That's on there right. So these guys will be more of like a 33, and this guy's like a 20. I think that'll work. That might be too little. We'll see. Might not get us off the ground. I don't think we need much more than that. All we need to do is get into orbit and test... Oh, test the TD-18. decoupler at the launch site. That's easy. We go decouplers, TD18, we just throw them on the bottom here, and stage the same time as this stuff. So the decouplers I'm testing, those rockets, they all go. We detach. This goes off. We add this one, put those on, and go here. That won't work. We need it like that. Yeah. So, initial launch, all our thrusters go, we detach our testers, we get rid of the empty ones, keep going, detach, new thruster, then we'll be in space using this one, and these ones we'll test when we're in orbit. It's all good, it's all fine, and if it's not fine, I will slap my head. Yeah, I certainly got out of that mountain scenario by the absolute bare minimum amount possible. Like, that was unreal. That was... every time I turned on physics warp, I was certain my shit was going to blow up. Like, I was certain of it. It's not enough thrust! Okay. Back to the vehicle assembly. We'll just adjust that. Put you at 33, and maybe these guys at what, 45? Will that do it? Yeah! Contract complete. We're really tipping, though. Shouldn't be a problem. No, shouldn't be a problem. Oh, yeah, we got really weird lateral movement going. Whatever. Kind of adjust our aim to go in that direction. Actually, my understanding is that you should be slowly initiating a gravity turn if you're looking to get into orbit. Something like this. Just kind of let the SAS fight against the natural incline of the rocket. And I believe that's a good way to get into orbit with decent fuel efficiency. Probably got my speeds all wrong, but... I don't know, this is looking fairly okay. Need a lot of speed. As long as we don't waste a bunch in atmosphere. Whee! Apoapsis is going up. See if we can stretch out our periaps from there. I don't know. Oh, wait, that's honestly not too shabby. I think we did okay. Get up there. Apps is schmovin'. I don't know if we have enough, though. I don't know if we're gonna get to orbit. I might have kind of put not enough goo in here. I don't remember what the speed required for orbit is, but we're definitely not there. Dang. And I had to get up to 450k anyways. And detach. Should get us some science. Oh, we got these things to test. I should have done that on the launch pad. Okay. Send us back to atmosphere and we'll do another pressure test, and the science we get won't be Kerbal's upper atmosphere. Now we got the ones on this side to do when we land. Pretty sure I'm missing a crew report from some distance. Get ourselves oriented. Perfect. Let's go down. Get ourselves some still upper atmosphere. How about now? Upper atmosphere. Probably once we get into this part of the let's try now. While flying. Let's reset this one, and we'll log that when we land. Now we play the waiting game while our guy goes down. Oh, we're like by ice. Oh yeah, we went to the South Pole just about there. Oh, such slowness. Kerbal floating on an egg over the ocean. I don't know what to do with this piece of paper, so I'll leave it for now. And we are about to splash down. Balloon. Get Eva. Report. Take and store data. Crew report. And which one of these was... There we go. So we got some science from our barometers. 52 science. Does that allow us to get... No, I need 90 to get where I can transfer fuel between stuff. Advanced rocketry for better fuel tank. That might be the way. Oh, science though. The science junior. We need to get to orbit though. I think. You know what? You know what? We're gonna get science junior. Get a lot of science from that. Recover this debris. Recover that debris. We are wanting to thud in orbit. And that's, yeah, still looking like all we want to do. So we did not have enough after this point. I don't know why I did that. We don't need these anymore. Maybe. This might have been too much of a gravity turn. I was fighting the atmosphere for too long. Bear with me. Attach a science junior and some new parachutes because it'll be kind of heavy. But then we're gonna want think perhaps we just go up a lot faster. Yes. Let's try that. Do a quick double check here, make sure all this stuff is... Yeah. Okay, this time we'll do more of a traditional straight up for a bit longer and then crank her sideways once we're a little further out of the atmosphere. I'm sure there's a way to do a kind of a early gravity turn and really make that work out, but I've just got so much scattered knowledge over God knows how many years of playing this game across who knows how many versions with who knows what mods. We are definitely going fast. But is it going to be enough fast to matter? We will see, we will see, we will see. Yes, we will. Now this whole beast needs to turn sideways, because I have a feeling our... Oh no, we needed to get to like 650,000 meters or kilometers. I'm gonna crank this thing to the side anyways and let it start our lateral movement. Further out our apoapse, the more... Oh! Don't do that. Okay, our apoapse is 157. Somewhere out here. Now, just blast it. Just go. I'm not being as efficient as I should be with this sort of thing, though. I should have done that, like, way later. It's probably going to cost me. Oh my gosh, it's going to be, like, very close to what we were at for a speed last time when we ran out of fuel. Come on, Periaps. Come on! Oh my god, look how close we were. I wish I had done that more efficiently. I feel like we can drop these down to maybe 35 and the middle one down to 25. Let's see if that gets us up without hitting 1,000 freaking meters a second before we're even out of the atmosphere. That is not getting us up. Try that. Fiddle with percentages. Hey, that's going upwards. It's time I need to wait until I'm actually moving sideways before I start moving faster sideways. I was really inefficient on how I used my fuel that time, and with how close I came, I probably could have had that on the last launch if I wasn't playing like a moron. A little over 2 hours, and I'm still not out of the point in the, like... I usually peter out when I'm playing this on my own. I mean, it's been, like I said, a few years, but when I play career mode on my own and I'm doing this sort of thing, I usually peter out right around when I'm making space stations and landing on Minmus. And it's not that I'm not enjoying, it's just that every next step feels like a much bigger step. I have been to whatever the Mars equivalent is, Duna. Whatever the easiest planet to get to is, you know, besides the one you start on, obviously. Whatever that one is. I've been there once or twice, but not there and back. Just landed something permanent there. Once in career mode, I think. Just like last time, I'm going to start giving this a bit of a turn here now. Just help things along. I don't think we'll be getting up to the 650,000 meter mark to complete these little engines, but here, open this up, see where I'm at. I don't know. I don't think changing the thrust on those engines really helped out that much. Yeah, last time my Apoaps was at like, what, 150? Huh. Oh, but I did do that last time as well. Let's hold position right here. Speed up time until our movement is lined up with it, and then blast that motherfudger. I don't know, man. I think I gotta redesign. That seemed worse than last time. Well, you know what they say. When you can't get where you need to in Kerbal Space Program, we add... Everybody say it with me. What do we add? More boosters. So here's the idea. Oh fuck! I really conked these up. Like down here, and we're gonna use the hammer boosters at full power. Now, all this shit turns on at once, and then we slowly strip them off as they run out. And in theory, these little ones will give us a boost at the start, and then they'll run out quickly and we'll ditch them. It's flawless. When you see the Kerbal Space Program birthday cakes shaped rockets, this is why. Because you do this 10 times. This is usually about as far as I'm willing to go, though. More boosters is something that I only dabble in. Yeah, look at that speed right off the start, just to get us going. When I say one of the strategies is to punch through the atmosphere as fast as possible, I do believe this is the way that people kind of go around it. And they're gone. Oh, and they all collided. Jesus. Now we attempt to turn our rocket, since we got such a speed boost there. I think that's gonna make a hell of a difference. I love it. I love that more boosters is a genuine strategy that does work. We still got our first set of big boosters, and we're doing great. Yeah, orbit. so long. See, we're out of the atmosphere, so they shouldn't really crash together as easily as they have been before. Those should spread out more. Oh, once they hit the atmosphere again, they might crash, but we're not worried about that. I don't know how far the game will simulate that sort of stuff happening away from you either. Kevin MacLeod makes good music. I don't think anybody would ever deny that. Well, we definitely went higher up this time. It says our apoapse is much, much greater. Alright. Let's get that periapse up past 70k. Oh, those numbers are changing awful quick. Oh, we are schmovin'. We are schmovin'. Please be enough schmovitude. Look at it go. We did it. Now, the question is, if we go to our periapse of 96k, what sort of things can I tell these people to look at? Keep that experiment. Keep that experiment. Keep that experiment. Now, 450,000. Now, can we get this one out to that point without totally effing ourselves? I think we can. I do have a fairly good understanding of how it affects. It's a lot to explain when it comes to the orbital mechanics and how turning your engines on in one spot will cause your orbit to change shape in such a degree in this other spot. But I do get it. And I find it incredibly satisfying. Okay, test. Is that it? Test. 450, not 650. I'm really high up. Okay, let's wait till we're below 460. Oh, too far. Fuck. Okay, it's fine. Warp here. It's fine. It's all fine. 450. Just gotta be patient. $35, $34, $33, $32, $31, $30, $29, $28, $27, $26, $25, $24, $23, $22, $21, $20, $10, up, we're there. Run test. Achieved. Now, we need to get back home, and in order to do that, we need to warp here, and we need to slow ourselves down here so that all the way over here dips back into the atmosphere. Not all the way, mind you. Okay. I quick saved. I don't know if that was the place to do a quick save, but I quick saved. That's all we can do. That means we're going to skim through the atmosphere and slow down a couple times. And hopefully, being that we're nice and light, I forgot to do the material study up in space. Guess we're doing it from here. Close the damn doors. Boy, I hope this works out. Science Junior doesn't seem like it has very much heat resistance. We went to orbit, but we didn't save the science. Oh shit. Only gotta dip into the atmosphere once, I guess. Yeah, if you come into the atmosphere totally sideways like that, and all you have is just the crew capsule, it goes pretty well. So we didn't keep our science, but we got our orbit, and we got our contract to test the thud in orbit. Yay, drogue chutes. Might as well deploy this one. And there we go. You can customize how high up the parachutes will fully open at. There, you could hear there was two. There's a fwoof and then a fwoof. they'll come out, but then they won't spread out until a second step is like reached, and that by default that's 1,000 meters with the normal parachute above the ground. We're still over 1,000 meters above sea level, but it goes by the ground height. And keeping a lunchbox under my hat, an experiment storage unit under my main chute. Oh, the experiment storage unit can just grab that stuff without having an astronaut actually have to do it. That's news to me, and I will have to take a look at that. Because if that works like that, that opens all kinds of doors, because I'm always trying to survive with a Science Junior attached, and they're heavy suckers. That one was good money. I'm wondering if I should upgrade the... Ooh, I'm gonna have to upgrade R&D once we get past this line. You can't do these until you upgrade R&D, but we're a ways away from that yet. Fuel system's 90. Maybe we'll grab this. Take a look. We got nothing active. Suborbital, orbit. Doesn't pay much more for making it an orbit. Fly by the moon. That might be a fun thing to shoot for. And we'll take that. We'll just focus on that sort of thing for a moment here. I don't know if we'll achieve going by the moon yet, but we'll get way more science from space on this next flight. Okay, let's see. Take this off, take this off, take this off, get rid of the parachutes attached to it, because we don't need them if we're ditching the whole science thing. You under here, you on there, you like this. Take you off. Experiment storage unit. Little, what's that say? May contain science. Hope so. Take off that, throw one of these on. I do know in order to reset the Science Junior and make it so you can do multiple things, you need a scientist to actually be up there and do it. I do like having a scientist and an engineer on a space station at some point. We've got a couple. That's all good. We just need redesign. We gotta get rid of those. That's a for sure thing. I think we'll keep this idiotic arrangement. This though, swap out with two of these and a Terrier. Hell yeah! Now we're space traveling. Should be able to get some good science out of that configuration, I think. Double check our staging, all those. We want to detach these first, then those. We activate this at the same time. Where's his detacher? Uh-oh. Don't have a detacher there. That's why we checked our staging. Okay. All these. Detach that, this and this can be together. Genius. Spot on. And TC Mo, so drop these to 30 and drop this to 20. Now that we've got those extra ones, have that going for much longer, get us up to the height of the moon. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jeb, you're learning. So now Jeb's leveled up enough, he can aim the rocket in the direction it's pointing or in the opposite direction, which is important when you're up in space and you want to be going exactly in either of those directions. Trying and tilting a little bit to the right here. It just, your orbital velocity kind of sets you up pointing that way anyways. This is good. We're going good. Again, not sure if we'll make it to the moon, but... No, not that. Where's the pressure limit? See, it automatically changed from surface velocity to orbit velocity, and so Jeb automatically changed from pointing from the direction we're traveling on the surface to the actual orbital velocity we're traveling relative to the planet. It can be very confusing understanding that the surface is constantly in motion, and thus, if you're flying above it, that'll affect your potential heading. How high up is our apoapse? Very good. The moon is 11.4 thousand kilometers. We haven't even managed the 0.4, let alone the 11 yet. Fare thee well, rocket booster. Fare thee well. I think we're high enough up that this should get us going properly here. I suppose while we're here we can do the material study, keep Collect all. Look at that. That's awesome. Dude. Collect all. Damn, what a tip. I had no... I just thought that was a, the way that you can get out and put the, stuff back into the cockpit and have it be storage. I thought that was just an alternate spot for doing that on the ship. So if you had, say, a big space station and you didn't want to store everything in a particular cockpit, you could have it stored in one of those things. But if you could just click a button to grab everything, that's going to make my whole driving around the KSP to get that science so much easier. I don't think we're going to the moon on this one. I won't entirely rule it out, but I don't think we're going to the moon on this one. Although, see, if we were to get our periaps up to orbital height, check, fly there. This is looking more and more like maybe. Should have set up a maneuver to fiddle with instead of doing this by hand. Oh my god, look at it go. Well, I'll be damned. Add maneuver. Are we too far the other way? Is that the problem? Gotta go this way. Or no? Oh. What about if I go here? No. Damn. That doesn't take much fuel to get me back out to there. Shit. There's gotta be a maneuver I can do to make this like that. Let's just do that. Go to the maneuver zone. 13-second burn time. No, stop. It's trying to go back to the pointed forward. Fighting me. There, that counts as a flyby of the moon. So now we go... Oh my god. Warp here. Keep, collect all. Temperature scan while high over Kerbin already stored in this module. Temperature scan while high. Okay, understood. Wait till we're at the moon. Not like at the moon, but close enough to be considered in its gravitational pull and not ours. There we go. Now, big money. Keep a crew report, log a pressure data, log a temperature, collect that data, do another temperature just to have a duplicate, another pressure data just to have a duplicate, and I'm sad that I already did that. Oh well. I just pressed space by accident. It was very dangerous. Okay, now warp next maneuver. That'll put me to a minute before this next maneuver I've set up. Then we just speed ahead to not a minute. Check our periaps. Go here. About 50. Good. Now, do the same thing we did last time, where we warp into as far as we can here. Slow down as much as we can. Hit the atmosphere with just our dibbly-doobly. And then we will collect all this science and should be able to buy a lot of goodies. We're getting pretty close to spending reputation on more science as well. That will also help. What explode? Oh my god. Oh my god. I wasn't ready. Duh. What explode? Nothing on here, I hope, right? Retrograde. Keep it retrograde. Holy shit. That's gonna go. Okay. Oh, fuck. That scared me. Holy shit. I should have known that was gonna happen. Oh, our thermometers, no. Oh. Oh, the barometers are next. So we didn't get a chance to slow down. We hit the atmosphere and started exploding in our time warp, which means we didn't get a chance to slow down, which means we're hitting this at about, like, I don't know how much speed we have left. Yes, yeah, I've got all the good data in the lunchbox, so as long as this whole thing goes, we'll be fine. Yeah, it must have been the Science Junior that went first, followed by the other stuff around it. We'll have one duplicate barometer's worth of data. Oh, are we headed back up and out? Yeah, we are. Going for another round. Warp to about here. Oh, can't warp yet. We're still in atmosphere. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here we go. Another trip around the planet. Hard to see when you're on the dark side of it, but it's there. And here we are, cresting over. Ta-da! Fucking beautiful. So we lost a lot of speed skimming in the atmosphere. You'll see we're like a quarter of the distance to the moon for our whole thing, as opposed to the same height as the moon we were previously. Okay, another ride through the atmosphere to slow down. Still have all of our tasty science and our... God damn, I love that thing. That's crazy. That's game-changing. That saves so much time. There's a lot of mucking around I've done in this game to avoid that. Somebody's texting me. Somebody's still texting me. My phone's all the way over there, though. I'm not gonna get it. I said I'm not gonna get it. I don't know if you can hear it going off. I've got the MSN diddled it as my notification sound, and I love it. Another ride should be the one that actually takes us to the surface. We're not going that fast anymore. And I don't think we're in any danger of the heat mucking about. Every particle of air that hits us is slowing us down that extra little bit. I remember the update where they added re-entry effects like this, and that was so huge. It looked a little, like, it still does look a little jank, but I think that's just the neatest looking thing, and the way stuff actually heats up red. It's cool. Yeah, I think that this will be fine. Oh no, we're going back up. We're still going around. Holy shit. Okay. We're doing this the slow, cautious way, I guess. And we're back. I want to see how much this brings down our Apple apps this time. Perry apps is... Look at it shrink down. That is a lot of air braking happening. And we're at about the lowest point. I don't know if this will be the one. I think we might have to do another skip. How high up are we? Are we still dragging? Still dragging ass a little bit, but not by much. Yeah, it's another trip around. Speed up time, get back out of the atmosphere, do a proper speed up around. This should be the last one. That's a lot of speed we've bled now. I don't know if I did this great or if I did this in a really, really tedious, shitty fashion. And I'm kind of leaning towards the latter. I think that this was more of a tedious nonsense fashion than a efficient, safe way. There we go, 1,000 times, 100 times. And 50, 10, and 1. Alright. We're already dipping pretty low into the atmosphere here now. Let's got to get the Apple apps under 70, and then that means we're landing. 70K. The official line where it goes from Kerbal's atmosphere to space. Oh, the Apple app's moving like that too. That means it's shrinking the Perry apps quite a bit. And yeah, we're landing. This is the one. Yeah, there we go. We're no longer in orbit. Camera did its little flippy doodle. I kind of wish I could have seen the path I traced around Kerbin. That'd have been pretty cool to see. Is that Minmus? I think that's Minmus. That's what that dot on the horizon there is. The smaller moon. Oh my gosh, I don't want to land on some horrific mountain range again. That was a nightmare. I don't want to do that again. That was not relaxing, watching my craft shred its way down 10 kilometers of mountain face. How high above the ground are we? I guess just under a... Oh no, the drogue chutes open up at 2,500, I think. And then at 1,000, the other one will open up. Right on cue. It's always the slowest part, and sometimes the most harrowing. Like, we're going fairly quick. 6 meters a second. I don't remember exactly what the tolerance on the landing pod is, but that feels pretty quick. Yeah, we're alright though. Explored the moon. Incredible. Incredible. I should have done some science while I was there, but I was too excited. How much science did we end up with? Probably quite a bit. 150, I'd say. 163, pretty close. Nice. 111 earned. A lot of money, too. Yeah. As soon as you start interacting with the moon, you really go from babby mode amounts of science and data to the real stuff. I don't really think we need flight control that much. I think what we're gonna want... Yeah, we're starting to get into the stuff where it's like land on the moon and do science. I think maybe we'll get this space exploration one. Oh, no, that doesn't seem like that much of good stuff. The hitchhiker container is good for passengers. Maybe we should just grab these cheaper ones, have them collected and done with. And then we can't afford another one, so the decision doesn't need to be made now. There, made it easy on myself. We have 25 science, or reputation. We're going to upgrade that building. We're going to upgrade this building, and R&D. That just leaves the astronaut complex. And I mean, shit, that's how we do the EVAs in space, is the astronaut complex. So now we've got that open to us. It'll give us missions for planting flags on the moon and stuff. Go on a spacewalk near Kerbin. See, that's piss easy. We're gonna start wanting people who want to go see the moon, fly by the moon. That's really, you're not paying me a lot for that though, dude. collect any sort of science data from space around Kerbin, I can 100% do that. Test that over Minmus. Man, you're really asking a lot of a guy. I think when I come back, I'll focus on those two very easy ones. But that's about 3 hours. I think I'm gonna call it there before I get too engrossed in another spacey mission. I'll save my game proper like. Save game as wow. It's space. That'll be today. I guess I gotta give some shout out to Haven Stranger, my chatter helping me out today, teaching me all sorts of stuff and pointing out when my game was about to tell me my ship was too friggin' full of parts at the beginning there. I will be back Monday for the regularly scheduled stream. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And yeah, that was fun. Thanks again, and bye-bye.